Well, we've fixed up those posts now. To brace up this arch, both sides, here and there. As that clematis grows. Should do another couple of years at least. When my stuff was being stored in England to be moved across here, somehow my lathe and about 1,000 quid's worth of stuff went missing. Everybody denied responsibility, the people that were storing it and the removals men and everything else, but very kindly Leslie has swapped an old lathe of hers for a pretty new lathe actually for a painting with me, and I'm now back with the lathe just set up in the workshop. And if we come around, I also had off her a lovely bandsaw. It's something I've always wanted, and now it should help me to do my carving in the future, because I'd like to do some more duck decoys and some more wood carving. And this whole unit is due to be renovated. We've got to plasterboard out all of this and insulate it, and that'll be the main door there. This door will be blocked off. That'll become a window. And the plumber's in sorting out one of 5 or 6 leaks that have been going on, and I'm just trying to get a job I don't like doing done. Some mounting. I always find it very difficult because I'm bound to go wrong, which I have here. Miscut 3 mounts by 1/4 inch. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Cramp the space here, but I have to manage. You've got one mount cutter, and I tend to keep it here rather than in front. Right, a little larger ones now, so I'm going to measure this up first. And the actual size window I want is 20.5 by 26. So write that down, by 26. And a 4-inch mount on that, so that's 28.5 by 8. 34, so it's just my overall. So the longest piece I want is going to be 30, a nice dark inner, 34 inches long. This is my dark inner mount. It's got a bit bent on the storage. Bend it back a bit. 2 each, one lighter one, one darker one of these. So that's the background darker one. Now the right top one. Just let this to there we go. So at the moment it's set at 4 inches, so we'll do the outer lighter one. It's all I've got to do is remember that nearly all my mounts are 4-inch mounts, just to reset them. That one's going to be set at 4, that's what I forgot last time. 4. And then we should be able to just bring this up to here, onto there, down with the angle, to there, swing it round, square, same thing again. Almost time to change the piece of card underneath. It's very important to have a piece of card underneath as you're cutting, otherwise you get a rough edge. And that should give us a lovely window mount. Take off this piece. There we go. There we go. This falls out and there's our window mount. Now that was the outer one. Now the inner one must be a little bit narrower. Fraction over on just one of them, because if you go over on just one a little bit, it means that you're going to have a slight overcut and you won't be tearing away at the corners. Should turn it upside down, be able to get a nice 3 3/4 window mount for the inner mount. That's it, nice and tight. Nice tight window mount. Just comes out. We should have a dark, light in the dark, this one. And we want that to go on this pastel, so it'll be like this. Usually I do light and dark, but this time I've done the reverse. So we get a light in the dark mount like that to really make that landscape glow. And I've got all these to mount up yet, so I've got about 15 or 20 pictures to mount today. About 30 mounts ready to go there, all in order. Now I just glue, stick them all together, and then stick on the pictures on the background, and then cellophane them, so a lot of work.
Okay.
Well, this morning we're going to Châteauroux, we're going to go to Troc and to Emmaus, both second-hand shops, wonderful places for picking up old furniture and antiques and so on. We need a few pieces for the bedroom, so we'll take you around there and show you what's available in some of these shops here. I quite like that for the bedroom. See, it's massive. It's rather nice. Oh, it's tremendous.
It's beautiful.
There's so much stuff here. Where do you start?
Isn't that beautiful?
That is pretty, yes.
Yeah, there's no price on it. See that?
That's gorgeous. Well, these grinders look.
Yeah. Get back into that, for God's sake.
Copper, brass, pewter,
Yeah.
everything.
There's a nice chicken brick downstairs.
How much? It's on the side, just on this side.
€45 actually, I don't think that's bad. Copper pans. Yeah.
What, the pram?
Yeah. Plastic basket, isn't it? That's good. Look at that.
It's a beautiful old pram at €70.
The nesting.
Sweat, la, ooh. Rina, pour moi.
Beautiful stuff.
Still looking for the wall light.
Mind.
What do you have in mind? Well, this is what we got in the end. I got 3 chairs for €13. That little bedside table for 15. And Rosie got this material. Tell me about it, Rosie.
It's French ticking, and it's very expensive to buy. They've got £10 a metre, and I've got this whole piece for €3.
So it's a wonderful place to go shop and find all those bits and bobs we just saw. Wanted to get a chest of drawers, but we shan't get them until I come back next time, I don't think, because there wasn't any that I really liked or Rosie really liked. Well, Rosie's going to cook these bass tonight. These are ones that we caught last year, been frozen up. You see I've already descaled them, so they're largemouth bass that we caught here in France. My first ever bass in this country. I got one nice one that we mounted, and we haven't had a chance to eat them yet, and she's got her own recipe for them. I'll let her describe what she's going to do now. Put a little virgin olive oil on top, and now Rosemary is getting some rosemary and some sage from our garden.
About 160.
30 minutes.
Yeah, about gas mark 5, something like
that. And those will go with some nice new potatoes. So we're going to just pop down to the Petite Cruise and just have a go at the Monet Bridge and see if we can pick up any fish. First time this year. Track to the river and the mill. Lovely bluebells going on. And a little narrow lane and collapsing down. Got the top path so we get closer to the bridge. Down here for our evening walk, but we'll have it very much to ourselves. Well, here we are again down at the Monet Bridge on the Petite Cruise. A few little tiddlers rising. We'll have a look and see. It's a nice way to spend an hour before dinner. Good girl. Unfortunately, I've forgotten my GoPro, so I'm having to make do with one camera to film all of this. I'm going to start off with a nice bunch of worms, verdeter, just to see if anything's down those. We'll just trot that down to the end and try Try a couple of times and see what happens. Oh, we had one little bite on worm, it took some of them off, but couldn't hook him, so we can try some maggots. Girl, aren't you, eh? Sun's going down, we'll have a little bit longer. Put the worm out, got a maggot out, but we've got one. Small roach, I think. Well, we've got one little roach, which is good. I don't think we'll stay much longer. We've given it a chance, and at least we haven't been water licked, as I was saying. So I think the next time we'll be down the bottom of the hill, and we'll try for the bream, see what we can pick up down there. It's just to come out and have a bit of fresh air and a breather after all the hard work we've been doing. Done most of the work at the house now. Rose is very kindly just mounting up some work for me. We're having the bass tonight that we caught last year. And I've got to get the cellar sorted out because I want to try and experiment trying to grow some mushrooms down there. So somebody's offered me some horse manure, and I'm going to go and collect some of that, put some mushrooms in it and just see what happens while I'm away. Who knows? So we're winding the other rod now. With the worm. Nothing's taken the worm, I don't think. So with the sun going down into the valley, I think we'll call it a day at that. We've had an hour or so, just pleasant relaxing, and we'll go back home for tea. Well, we'll have this with some pink bubbly, I think. See what it's like. These glasses came over from an auction locally, didn't they, in England?
Yeah.
Oop. Whoa! Cheers. That's what it's like now. Oh, this will pull it apart. Oh, yeah. Very pleasant fish, isn't it? Very meaty, it's quite like a sea fish. I'll get them occupied. Well, this morning I've got a new brainwave. I want to use the cellar. It's the last part of the building I haven't done yet. So I'm going to clear the cellar out. I'm just going now to get some horse manure. I want to try growing some mushrooms down there. I can't see much else to use it for. So we're just off past Crozon now to get some horse manure. I've arrived to where the manure is, just got to drive up now and dig it up. Well, that's good. He got his little mechanical digger out and very kindly helped me out by filling up my trailer with it all. And we're now on our way back home again. While I'm here, we'll just stop at the bridge on the way and have a look at the waterfall.
Continue 1.5 kilometers.
The little village of Fresselines. The horse poo here, so if we go down there, a lot of clearing up needs doing. Old-fashioned light switch here. Let's put them on. We go down, dank and dark and murky. I wanted to be aired a bit down here anyway. But what needs to happen down here, I've got to take all of this all these old boxes and wood out of here. And I put those blocks there. There's only that light up there and a little bit of ventilation. And here, and I'm hoping that I put all that horse poo down here, and I'm hoping that that will be good for mushrooms. We shall see. So that can stay as it is. Some of those blocks can be used for the workshop next, and I've just got to tidy all the rest of this mess up. So that's today's job, and the last major job of here. Well, I finished getting all of the trailer load down. Lost count of how many buckets. Tidied up the steps, and Rosie's been getting the rest of the wood and rubbish out. I think it's a bit cooler. In the meantime, I've completed, put some blocks aside ready for work later. I'm going to bring all the old tinted paint down here next. That's alright for wine and things. And here's our new bed. What I'm going to do now is just throw some and break up some mushroom bits that are here with the stalks. Just spread them over here and see if the spores within them will actually do anything. Probably not, but you never know. It's worth just trying. Just try that out, and then I'll get some different types of mushrooms, oyster mushrooms and so on for the future, and we'll try those as well. So there we are. All I need to do is rake those in. I'll just take my rake and rake those in. I'll just get them under the horse poo, and we'll see if anything happens. It would be wonderful if it does. If not, then the experiment hasn't failed yet. We've got more different mushrooms to try and different ways of doing it. I even try those mushroom grow bags in here if it doesn't do it, so that we get different spore. But with any luck, give this a week or two and we'll see what happens, because this nice damp rotten manure, it might do the job. Who knows? All we can do is try. Well, having finished sorting out all those mushrooms out there in the cellar, it is Sunday. Time is now 4:15, and I promised to do a roast dinner tonight. So I've been out to the garden, got some of this beautiful chard out of the garden. Look at these lovely big pieces. I mean, this is so lovely cooked, not only the greens, but this white stem is so tender. It's like butter when it's cooked gently and down. So I'll have that as the greens. I'm going to chop up some potatoes into fairly small pieces, because I like my roast potatoes nice and crispy. I don't like great big ones that are a bit like boiled potatoes but are crispy outside. I like nice crispy roast potatoes, so I shall put those into a pan to roast separately. Tops upwards at the moment, so the surfaces are upwards. I don't bother skinning these. They're washed potatoes with a very fine skin on, makes them even crispier. And I think there's plenty there. And what I've also got from the garden are the most peculiar parsnips. I say peculiar because I planted them at the end, I planted them last year, and the ground was so hard they didn't really have a chance to push down. So some of them have grown fairly long, I can't say that, but the other ones are great big lumpy things, but actually they're quite tender. So I'm hoping that when I scrape these down they're going to be lovely, and we shall roast these as well. So a nice chicken here, and I'm going to put the parsnips on the edge of the chicken there. Sprinkle some garlic and herbs and things on there with some oil. A little bit of spice onto the potatoes as well, because spicy roast potatoes are very nice. So a little bit of curry powder and chillies, a touch, will give that a little nice piquance, even though it's a roast. Something else we get over here as well I'm constantly drinking is this melon juice. Can't get it in England. But I love melon anyway, but this is a cordial mixed with water. But you don't need that much. It's just so refreshing. The cherry one they make is very nice as well. It's like black cherries, but this melon, oh, recommend it. Our parsnip all chopped up and ready. So hopefully that will roast well. The thing with chard is it tends to boil down quite a bit, so there'll be enough for a couple of days here, I reckon. Just need to trim these and wash them down. And just a simple washing over, chop them down to size, give them a rinse, sure there's no dirt or slugs on them. We'll have these other pieces another day, there's plenty in here for two of us. Let's see, it will boil down a bit anyway, just top it up with water. Right then, just the finishing touches, so I'll take a little olive oil and start off straight away by giving myself a base to glue stuff onto, and I'll just give the chicken a good going over. I want olive oil and everything else as well. I'll have to rebaste it a bit later to get oil over it once it's been in the oven a while. A little bit of oil all over the potatoes now because I want to stick some, as I say, spices onto them, and they won't take it quite so well as they are. Then onto that, with the kitchen paper to get my fingers clean. I want a little garlic powder. I do use whole garlic at times, but it's so easy to use this. Just sprinkle that over the chicken. Garlic granules, fine granules, just over the chicken to give it some nice garlic chicken flavour. And that now will roast onto that skin and go and permeate through with the juices. Don't need garlic and anything else there. I do like a little bit of mixed herbs though, so I should have just a little flavour of the mixed herbs coming through the parsnips. I should just give them a piquance. Onto the potatoes, I want to be just a little touch spicy, so tiny, don't overdo this, just a little bit of chilli powder over the surface of the roast potatoes. Not too much, just a fine hint of it, that's all. Just a tang. And I also like a little bit of ginger on the potatoes, so a little bit of ginger powder. And there we are. That whole meal's ready to go in, and the potatoes are ready, and the leaf beet is ready there. So we'll whack those into the oven. Put the chicken off the lower level, and the potatoes on the upper level to get them nice and crispy. There we go. And the leaf beet can wait. I need about 10 minutes later on. So we've finished down here now, and planted all the mushrooms up, got the pots of paint down, and voila, it's all tidied. Just going to move a few things around, and that'll do us well. Right, next time to baste it again.
Dog food.
See, oh, looking good. Crispy potatoes. Lovely crispy potatoes, that's how to do them. And just get some oil and make sure that they stay lovely and crispy and basted. And make some gravy. Do you need some gravy? Yes, gravy's nice, isn't it? Right, we'll have a nice white with this, Pinot. A little corkscrew. Very handy to all this up and off and up and off, and there we are, as easy as that. Wonderful device. Oh, we just make up a quick onion gravy, a couple of stock cubes, a palmful of flour, and chop up an onion. And I do like a little bit of garlic in my gravy, I must admit, especially with the roast. And chop it nice and fine. And that'll go on slow and low. Make sure that the flour is well mixed in. You don't want a lumpy gravy, so do that in the cold water. Then gradually bring it to the heat. Nice glass of white wine as you're doing it. Well, just a touch of garlic into that because I've already got garlic with the meal, so I can just link with it. And a wee touch of black pepper. It's time to set the greens going now. We've got about half an hour to go, so plenty of time. Well, now my third glass of wine, and it's just coming together. The crispy potatoes are beautiful, the chicken's ready, the gravy is just about done. I need to pour the juices and the chicken in, and the greens are just coming to tender. So another 10 minutes and I think we'll be able to get this out and serve it. Well, that chard is now ready and the gravy is ready, so what we'll do is we'll take out the chicken and turn off the oven, obviously. Doesn't need to be on anymore, but I'll overdo things. And I'll pour the juices out from the chicken into the gravy and prepare to carve. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Is that nice or what? Lovely. Perfect. Let's go on top. And we'll use just a little of the greens water to make up the gravy, a little extra flavour, a little extra tang, and we'll get out the potatoes, and again look at those lovely crispy roasties. Just a little butter into there. You see how much it's gone down? There's very little there now. I mean, it's down to about 1/4 of the pan. That's plenty for the two of us. My mouth's watering so much, it's hard not to get it dripping on the food. Disgusting. A bit of leaf to go with that. Give it some colour and different flavour. There's still plenty left. Then we'll try some of these parsnips. They seem to be alright. Nice chunky parsnips. Some roasty, crispy potatoes, and we'll go outside in the sunshine to enjoy this. Roast potatoes on these as well. We'll let these as a little salt to taste, personal taste that is. Just brought the chicken back from being a bit dry to having its own sauce again. And there we go. Voila! Well, there we go, the sun's setting and we're having our evening meal, a roast on a Sunday. With all that hard work, I think we both deserve it. Rose has worked really hard and we've cleared all that cellar, and I think I've about got ahead of all the jobs to do this time, so both of us can start to relax a bit now. I need to see a few galleries or places to maybe get some pictures out. The rest is just now sightseeing and enjoying this life and fishing and so on. But if you want to share this, I've still got 3 weeks left for booking for art courses for this summer, pending my own health. If you want to book, you better get on with it quickly. If you want to share this life here with me and my cooking, it hasn't put you off in fact, then let me know. The website address is at the end of this film. And there we are, another evening ends.